one-on-one race. Do you believe that when you go after Hillary Clinton, and let me ask you this, you know, the Clintons have had some personal situations based on the president's conduct in the White House. Are you going to dredge all that up? Is that going to become forefront?
I hope not. I don't look to. I certainly would like to keep that out if possible. You just don't know what's going to happen, but I would like to be able to keep that out if possible.
All right, so if they don't come after you personally, you're not going to come after them personally? Can we get that on the record tonight?
I would say that, but you know, when you say I'll be tough with her, she's going to be, and they are going to be very tough with me. You know, I've been reading, oh, they're doing all sorts of research and everything else. What's there to find? People have known me for a long time, but they're going into all sorts of different things. And, you know, I am what I am, and I've done well. I built a great company. I filed my papers for the great company. Everybody can see it. I built an amazing company. And frankly, with some of the great assets of the world, very little leverage, very little debt, tremendous cash flow, some of the great assets of the world, Bill. And, you know, I'm very proud of it. Over $10 billion in net worth.
You're
going to
get vetted, but so will she. But here's what's likely to happen.
Yeah, I know that. I mean, they're going to be
likely
tough.
to happen. She's got some nasty pieces of work on her payroll. And they don't work directly for her. They work for the PACs, the political action committees. These are the worst, these guys. I'm not going to mention their names. I don't want to empower them. You know who they are, all right?
I know their names.
They're going to do it. They're going to come after you.
I've known them for 20 years, Bill.
Right.
Sure.
So when they come after you, leaking stuff to a Huffington Post or a left-wing website or even a legitimate paper, okay, when they do that, are you going to then come back in kind and drag up all the Lewinsky stuff?
There will be retaliation unless it's fair. If it's fair, I would never do that. But there will be retaliation, as there should be, unless it's fair. Now, if they treat me fairly, I'm going to treat them
well,
very
they're not going to treat you fairly, and you're not going to treat them fairly. You're going to.
We'll find out.
Yeah, she said last night that you're dangerous. You're a dangerous man. That seems to be the theme. Your theme is that she's corrupt. Her theme is you're dangerous. That seems to me where it's going right now. Now, that's not fair. You don't think you're dangerous, do you?
No, I don't. I think that I'm going to put the country back to work again.
All right, but is that enough to set you off? When she goes off and says Donald Trump is dangerous and he's denigrating women and he's doing all things to minorities and he doesn't like Muslims, it's dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. Is that enough to set you back where you go after her personally?
Well, they would be lies. I mean, if they said those things, they would be lies because that's not true, and I think you understand that. So maybe it would be. I will have to see.
Right.
I watched Bernie, and Bernie got angrier and angrier as this campaign went by. I see him winning all these different states. You know, it's a corrupt system. You understand that
I got
better
it,
than anybody.
But Bernie didn't
I see
lay
him
her
winning
out.
all of this. And
Bernie stayed away from all of the email stuff.
He got nasty.
He was hitting her on the donations.
Mistake.
But Bernie gave her a pass on 90% of the other historical stuff. And I just see this.
He made a big mistake by not doing the emails. He made a big mistake in not really going after her. When he did that little soundbite, basically saying, forget the emails, that was a big mistake. And he wish he had that to do over again.
You're not going to forget the emails.
Right now.
You're not going to forget the emails. All right, last question.
Well, I think the emails, I don't think that's playing dirty pool. I think the emails are a big part of her life story right now.
It depends what the FBI.
Did is terrible.
Depends what the FBI comes back with.
And we're going to see what happens.
Are you going to
see what happens?
You want to make a prediction tonight? Do you think Hillary Clinton will be indicted?
No, because I think the Democrat Party is going to protect her. I don't think she's going to be indicted. I think that what she's done is very, very serious. I know for a fact that what General Petraeus and others have done was much less, and it destroyed their lives. So I do believe, Bill, that she's being protected.
But how can the Democratic Party? How can the Democratic Party protect her from the FBI? Isn't the FBI non-corruptible?
Well, I hope they're not working together. You know, they are humans and they are people and they do talk, I would imagine. And I would like to think that they don't work together, but I would say that she's being protected. Now, what she can't be protected from is the statute of limitations, because on the assumption that somebody else got in, that's a real dangerous situation.
Ooh.
I mean, in a certain way, she may be fighting for her life.
So if you were elected, then you would go back in and take a look at it.
Well, you have a 6-year statute of limitations.
Right.
And certainly this falls within that period of time. And you certainly have to look at it very fairly. I would only do something that was 100% fair, but certainly that is something you would look at.
Mr. Trump, thank you very much for your time and